Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCalSabre here. Today we're going to have a little demo. I'm going to do turns 1 and 2 of A Greater Victory, the Battle for South Mountain, September 14th, 1862. This is Volume 7 in the American Civil War series by Revolution Games, and it is part of the Blind Swords system. Today I will be doing scenario number 1, which has the title The Carnival of Death. During the day, there was this battle here will be the battle for Fox's Gap, right here. During the battle, of course, during the whole battle up here in Turner's Gap, there's some more forces up here fighting, but we won't be dealing with them in this scenario. This is a famous one for supposedly General Lee wrote his orders up, and it was called Special Orders or something 191, and got them all out to his commanders. And this was to split his force up. He had Longstreet going somewhere, and he had D.H. Hill coming up here for this, and then he sent Stonewall Jackson down to Harper's Ferry to try to capture that area. But what he did not know is McClellan somehow got a copy of them from the Union, so he knew what Lee was going to do. So he decided to make a big push in to try to split Lee's force and get it all discombobulated, or what do you want to call it. So that's where we are anyway. So prior to these guys coming here, it was like I don't know, 8:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. D.H. Hill, who had his troops up at Turner's Gap, he rode down the trails down here, and he got down here and he heard some voices, and he thought it was the Union, but what it was part of this Fifth Virginia Cavalry that was talking. But he didn't know, so he turned around, and he scurried back up to Turner's Gap. That's when he wrote the orders for these guys, Garland and the artillery guys, to move on down to here. So we're going to get her going. This is turn 1. It's a chit pull system. Turn 1, D.H. Hill, because he's up at Turner's Gap, is not down here. He'll be in at 9 o'clock when the shooting starts. He'll have heard that it started. But then there's no artillery bomber in the 9 o'clock hour. All right, so here we go. We're just doing the chit draws here. Okay, the first one we're getting is a reaction, and this is a reaction for the Confederates. Now, there's nothing going on right now, so that reaction is going to be held. When you read their charts, it says, "Oh, this is play immediately. Pick one Confederate non-artillery unit with normal morale status, not shaken in, and conduct a defend order with just that one unit." Okay. Well, there's not really nothing to do. There's no defend order, so that's kind of because he can't shoot. He's too far away. That's 75% away, so that's just going to go to waste. Okay. So the next thing we got is we got a rally by the Union, which is going to be held. They're not going to play it right now because that's going to help them if they get in. So anybody gets hurt later, it'll be remove all shaken or disrupt or conduct a rebuild attempt. So it's not going to play it right now. Okay. Now the fighting has started, so what's his name? D.H. Hill is trying to make his way back down over here. And here's Cox, the Union commander. No, he's got control of Shammon's brigades and this West Virginia dismounted cavalry right here. So he's going to do an attack order with Shamon, okay? And Shamon's going to go into here. He's going to go this 1 and 2. He's going up here. And now Shamon, this other unit by Shamon was still on the trail here, is going 1, and then 2, and then he's going to go into 3, and that will be close combat when we get there. The other units of Shamon, they're out here on this trail. They're going to try to get up, make their way up a little bit. So they're just going to go 1, 2. He's going to go into this orchard behind the stone wall. And he's going to go here into the woods. behind him. So we have first thing we have is close combat down here, but if we get defensive fire, so Garland's 5th North Carolina is going to shoot at the 23rd Ohio coming up the ridge there. And I got my dice right here. Okay. And he's a 7. There's nothing. Everybody's in the clear, so there's no target in the woods, no firing at night, not through an orchard or anything. So it's 7, and we're going 15. That's not very good. 15, 7. That's a miss. And so now, because he missed, and they're fine. They're going in at 15-7 as far as the the close combat goes. So that's going to be 2-1. So we're going to go out here outnumbering 2-1. They're going to get 2 shifts right. We're going in with the 10 unit. So he's going to go 2 shifts right. That's going to get him up to the 14-16 column. Oh, and he's not firing across the stone wall. This guy is in an orchard. Let me, orchard doesn't block anything. All right. Fender is not down slope. They're all on the same level. So we're going into the 14-16. And here's the dice roll. And I better flip this and make sure remember that he has been activated. So 53. 53 on the 14-16 column. All right. And that guy is he's a cohesion 2, so he's getting a red cohesion 2 on this one. This is a big one to start this fight off with already. So we're gonna go over here. We're gonna roll again. And a red cohesion 5. So we're getting it depleted all. That means all of those guys that are in that thing are gonna get depleted. So they're depleted. Okay. That's for the 5. Now the 1 is, and he's retreating 1. So they have to go north or west. And so he's going to back it up here. I think he's going to go west because I got to check this retreat on here. Time out. Okay, so he can retreat back up into there. So he's going back up into there. Now Scammon could go in, move into there, but he doesn't think that he wants to do that at this point in time. So Cox is going to go back in there because he's still got another activation of this guy back here. Okay. And this time we have a firefight. All right. We're going to have this firefight. We're going to use it right away. Okay. So this guy here is going to fire at this 5 unit here with his 4. The orchard, I don't think is going to cause any problems. I don't know. See what we got. Target in or fire through an orchard? No, we're not firing through the orchard, but it's down the hex, so you got to use that one. That's right, because it's on the worst hex side. So it's going to be 1 left. So he's 4. He's going to be rolling on the 3 column. 23. He's not getting very good rolls, and that's a complete miss. Now, because he's still in there, he gets to fire back, and it'll be the same way. It'll be the 5 rolling on the 4 column because of that orchard. Boy, and they're getting him 52. Okay, and he's a 1, so he's getting a green uh, cohesion check. We got a 5, so he's depleted, and he's already on his backside. So that means he's got to do a break test. Okay, so he's going to do this break test. All right, and then he's going to roll one die, and that's 4 more than his 3 or more. So he's going on to the top in the broken box 3, and Scammons got guys work there. All right, here we go. Firefight was done. All right, and here we go, and we got another firefight. Okay, this time this guy's going to shoot at Garland's 12th here. They're already in a hurting status, so it's a 10 -1 for theirs, and is the 9 column, and he's a 2 cohesion. Okay. Wow, the numbers they're rolling are 62 and a 9. Okay, it's a red cohesion test. Oh boy. And he's depleted also, so he's going to be a break test because see, he's already weak. All right, so we got another break test with this 2, and it's 1 less. Okay, so he's gonna stay there, but he's getting a shaken marker on him as he passed the break test. All right, so that firefight was over, but he gets to shoot back. It was right there. He gets to shoot back. See if he's got any luck. He's got a 2 -1, so he's firing on the 1. It's Gammon's 10. Oh, he finally got a number, 55. 55 on the 1. That's a 1 through 3. And that is a green cohesion test. 14 green, 1, 4, and they're got to retreat 1. Gammon's big boys back up, backing down somewhat here. Okay, before I forget to tell you about the victory points in this one, there's no victory points after each turn. There's these put victory points here, and there's 2 on here, and there's 1 here and 1 here. The last units who have crossed that when the game is over are in control of it. If both of them, so we'll win. If not, we got to go to the broken table. Okay, so here we go. He backed into there before. Right. So that was that. So now, don't know what's in the drawer. They're kind of hoping for a rally. Oh, we get the fog of war. All right, so we have to get the fog of war chart. In this particular scenario, there's 3 fog of war charts, 1 for each scenario. So we're going to be using this one right here. We're going to roll on it. Got a 1, no event. So nothing outstanding happened there. Okay. No, you know what that was? That was the next chit pulled is disregarded. And the next chit pulled was the fog of war. So there we go. So that's disregarded too. The last one we're going to have is Cox here. And he wants to get this military. He's going to do a little maneuver order here for these guys. They're dismounted. Okay, so they're going to come out of the woods and go 1 around the trail and 2. Come out of the woods and 1 into that trail, and then they're going to go 2. Then it's 3 to go through the woods, I believe, for the infantry. Yeah. And for maneuver order, he gets 7. So he's at 2. Then maybe he won't do that. Yeah, he's going to go up here into the woods because he's already weak. He can provide support. So that is the end of the round. So the last thing we can do in this round here is if there's Cox is done, is go ahead use the rally chip, but they have no need to do the rally chip. And so I will set up for number two or for turn number two. Not quite there yet, but I wanted to show you the system that I'm using now since I've been playing this to get the chits in more randomized and still follow the rules, but I don't like making all the decisions in the game. So anyway, they each have to have one mandatory one. Okay. So what I do is I roll the die, say for the Confederates. It's a one. So it's the first one in line goes in. Now for the Union, it's a five. So the fifth one will go in. Then each one of them in this scenario here has one random. Okay, so I put them back in line, max them up a little bit so I don't know what they are. Put them back in. We'll do the Union shit. Six, there's no sixes out there. Two, so two's going in. Don't know what it is. And this one here, the three's going in. Don't know what it is. And that's how I do the chit pulls now. Be back. Okay, here we go. Turn two. D.H. Hill had heard the firing shit when he was up here turning his gap, and he's made his way back down to try to take control of his command. So we do have an artillery time this time, but as you can see, I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not. Pelham can't shoot down there because of these is blocking him. The forest, the woods. He can't. The woods are on the same level as him. This guy's at a lower level. He will never see them. But Bondroff, right here, Bondermount, he's only going through the orchard there along that hex line. So he's going to be unloading his artillery. There's no Union artillery out here at this point in time. So we're going to be looking at, he's an MX. So he's an MX cannon. And he's going to get 150 because of that. There, it's getting 150%. So he's going to be shooting as a six. Okay. And we use the fire combat table. In or through an orchard, well, we have to use this orchard one, so it's going to be a -1. Okay, so he's going to be on the 5 table, shooting down here at Scammons, 12th Ohio. '61. They finally got a halfway decent number. 61.5. Okay, he's a 2, so he's going to be in the yellow. That's a tough uh, cohesion check. Okay, here we go. 1 is nothing, and the 6 is 2 morale hits and retreat 2. So he's getting this, flipping this morale hit over here, and he's retreating 2. 1, 2. That was a pretty big hit there for him. So that concludes the artillery. So now we're going to be doing the chit pulls. Okay. And the first one out of the cup is the Fog of War. I'm going to roll on the Fog of War table. And it's a 5. Confederate leader casualty. For the remainder of the current turn, all units in Garland's brigade are considered unsupported. Great. Okay, they can neither give nor receive restore. Place reminder markers on the effective units. This event may occur more than once. Okay, that was a tough one to take. What that means now is their cohesion rating is -1 from what's listed on there for the rest of this turn. Okay. I had two dice here, and I don't know what happened to the other one now. It's gone. Oh, there it is. All right, here we go. Okay, we got a rally here for the Confederates. I'll read that to you. That's going to help some here. Okay, remove all shaken and dismarked from each unit in one hex. Conduct a rebuild attempt. Okay, so one hex. So they're going to take this marker off of him. He's weakening as it was. So the rally chip has been used. As you saw how I build the cup, I don't know what goes in there. Okay, we got skirmishers for the whatchamacallit, the Union. Okay. Choose an enemy occupied within 3 hexes of your infantry units. Status doesn't matter. Okay, this guy's within 3 right here. Okay, and conduct a fire combat on the 1 column against the lead unit. Ignore LOS, terrain, all column shifts, just roll on the fire 1 column. So the skirmishers, scamming skirmishers are firing on the 1 column. Needs the big numbers, and they got the big numbers. 66, and he is a 2. So that's going to be a green cohesion rating. He needs some luck now. Actually, yeah, 2. His cohesion was 2 because of it unsupported. All right, he needs the roll. Oh, a 1 and a 3. And he got away from the depletion result, but he has to retreat 1. So he's going back up the hill here too. But this guy, I needed to move him, but he's in trouble now. Okay, so the skirmishers got their job done. Okay, now we have skirmishers for them. Somebody within 3, huh? Now we can't shoot through the forest. So 1, 2, 3. No, he's at 4. So, can you hold this? No, let me see. The start of any chit phrase turn in this turn. We'll hold it. All right, here we have Cox, the union leader. What's he want to do? He thinks that maybe he wants to go over and try to take these guns out of Bondurants. So he's going to order an attack order. Can't recover, can't rebuild. Thinking about doing this one down here. Yeah, he's going to try to get his strength up. He's going to use that last one to recover or rebuild order. Okay, this is a regroup order. Everybody stays in place, and this is going to be gone. See, got his guys back together again and everything. And Coxes will go back in there because scamming's been activated. Turn that over up there. All right, and we got Cox right back out again, and this is for this cavalry unit. He's dismounted. I don't know if he can stack with these other guys or not. Let's see what happens here. Okay, this charge can't be done because this when a unit has to be engaged because you would roll the dice and the unit would immediately conduct close combat. Well, we'd have nobody engaged to be able to do that. All right, here's D.H. Hill. What does he want to do? He's got all these guys that are unsupported. Okay, he's going to do a maneuver order. Okay. First thing he's going to do is he's going to move these guys. They're going to move in here 1, 2, and they're going down here behind the wall to 3. Okay, and then he's going to move his other unit down here, over here into the trail. In fact, he's going here. He's going to go into these woods right here. They'll stay there. These guys are fine. They're going to stay right there. And I won't be doing nothing with that cavalry either, so I can take that out. All right, and then we have the next chit pool. There is no more chits in there. So now what we do is the skirmishers. I thought that I used them before. No, I didn't. Well, they still can't because of the woods. They can't fire through the woods. So that one's done, and they can't charge. So that is turn 2 in a greater victory. I hope you like this. Go down there and hit that like button. If you see me doing things wrong, please put there in the remarks so that I can learn. You guys know that I love war games, but I have a hard time with them for some reason. And, you know, subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Thanks for stopping by. SoCalSabre saying take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and stay safe.